I wanted to add like somewhat of an intro. This can be refined later. But I think looking at our ecosystem as like all helping each other and helping build and bring things to life is smart. I think anything that's we're focusing on does have an aspect of recruiting company, but then we're using that internally. Logos here. Chart made. And we're going to see Workfleet from Shruti and this meeting bot from SwapNow.
Great.
Swap, if you want to turn on the meeting bot, then we're ready.
Yeah, sure.
This is Christine.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Emily and I represent Workfleet. Workfleet is a company that is developing artificial intelligence, AI, driven workflow automation with the integration of voice capabilities and advanced natural language processing, NLP. Our goal is to redefine action-oriented AI agents and create a digital world model. Our vision is to make GPT the unofficial web API by granting browser control to a plethora of data labelers for unprecedented RLHF data collection. By harnessing natural language and voice capabilities, we strive to bridge the gap between humans and machines and create a more efficient and seamless experience.
Wow, that's awesome.
Sorry, could you please repeat?
Yeah, I was saying that is awesome. And I'm here with a friend. We'd love to ask you some more questions. So if you want to ask any questions.
Yeah, can you
Sorry, let me think.
Can
If
you
you have any,
explain,
sorry, could you please repeat?
can you explain in more detail how it works?
Oh, let's see. Workfleet's AI-driven workflow automation system uses advanced natural language processing, NLP, and voice capabilities to break down complex tasks into smaller, manageable subtasks. The system is context-aware and learns from its mistakes, making it more efficient with each iteration. Additionally, Workfleet's Form Blaster tool uses GPT-4 for natural language processing and operates silently in the background, learning from user inputs to fill future forms more quickly and accurately.
I don't understand about filling forms. What do you mean by filling forms?
Let me think. When we refer to filling forms, we are talking about filling out electronic forms or documents with information. Forms can range from a simple contact form to a more complex application or legal document. Using our Form Blaster tool, users can use natural language processing to quickly fill these forms with the correct information, which can save a lot of time and effort.
So I would have this running
Sorry,
on my...
can you please repeat?
So are you saying I would have this running on my machine all the time?
Let me think. No, you do not need to keep the Form Blaster running on your machine all the time. It will only activate when it is needed, allowing you to conserve resources and save on power.
Okay,
Any more questions?
not right now.
And that is Shruti's going to demo us the automated workflow using NLP. So to explain it better than this did, I think,
Okay,
in a short summary, is speaking to your computer or just using any form of natural language and turning that into action. And so really useful with like doing a ton of different forms, jobs, since there's lots of repetitive, or the reason why we even wanted it in the first place was like all the pre-seed or seed VC applications. Like you're just resubmitting, what does your company do? Questions and pitch deck. And so you're able to upload your information and then have it fill out the forms.
Mhm.
Shruti, if you want to pull it up. let me just take-
Sorry, could you please repeat? If you
Stop.
would like to learn.
Emily,
Sorry,
you
could you
can-
please repeat?
That was good enough, Emily. You can stop. We're going to talk to Shruti now.
Sure.
So that was good swap. I think the latency is really good. Yeah, I think you might have updated that recently. Definitely, it's a little, the trigger finger on its, sorry, can you repeat, is a little too quick. It was interrupting us a few times there, but overall, I thought it was nice. And so the thing to do with that is from that Calendly meeting bot, I couldn't, like, there was literally like 80 meetings at once. I can't take all those. And so what we're doing right now is, right now Swap's just running this on his local computer, but he's going to be, over the next week, finalizing hosting it on the cloud and having it ready to join any link. So you can just have a dashboard, you can give it a link and you can feed it its prompt data. So it can join as any conversationalist in the room. So it could fill in for someone in their meetings, like say if you do Scrum updates. If you're not there, your agent could still join your meeting, but we're specifically going to use it for pitching an AI agent's company. If you don't have an AI agent, what are you doing? You're not a real AI agent company. So we're going to have it join these meetings first, basically do a heat test, like a worm check, and to see if it's worth me joining. And if any one of the people give like the trigger word, I think we should have it mention some sort of trigger word, or like, are you guys, like, first have it test them, like, hi, I'm a bot for Workfleet who is going to ask a few sample questions to make sure we're a right fit for the founder to come on the call. And so it'll ask those questions. If this is yes, it'll ping me on Telegram with the link and then I can join. And so it's somewhat of a flex. It's somewhat of like cool, puts you in the cool position, especially to be pitching an AI agent thing. Shruti, that was my spiel. Feel free to go ahead and.
Okay, I'll present now.
Awesome. I'm not sure if you have the most recent version of the, I don't know if you were planning on showing the deck.
I'm going to show the multi-action agent live.
Okay.
All right, so let's see our Workplace multi-action agent. So let me give it a multi-action objective, which will involve multiple steps. And we can install it as a Chrome extension. So I'm on my browser right now. So let's see, go to my DMs and send and reply to Surya's last message. So what I have asked it to do is to go to my DMs and reply to the last message I've gotten from a person named Surya. So let's see if it can do. So it analyzed the page and it got the correct button that it should click on the direct messages. It is saying here. Then it correctly clicked on Surya, the name of that person. It says here that I should click on Surya. Then it's going to read the message. What was the last message? It read the message correctly, that I hope you're doing good. Just wanted to say, keep up the good work. So it replied correctly, like, thank you, Surya. I appreciate your kind words. And since it is typed, so it correctly clicked on the send button. So it is doing one step at a time, basically. And since it has done all the steps, so it correctly said that the last action was to send a reply. So it has been accomplished. So I'm stopping right now. So that was like one objective, whole thing. let's see another one. So let me just ask it to do
Do the voice.
yeah,
Show the voice.
voice. Okay, I'll ask it. Search Elon Musk and follow him. So again, it's analyzing the page and thinking of what to do.
So
Um,
with the
yeah,
messages, you'll be able to just simply say, go reply to all my messages. And you could give it some context of, say I'm out for the week, get back to everyone. You could probably rely on it to do a good job of saying what you need to say for the most part.
it doesn't take that much time. I think it was a network error on my side. I think I should reload and try doing it again.
Cool. And so right now, this is like better than any tool on the market for voice action of your browser. Just for example, for like a small niche of people that are disabled, it makes a lot of sense. But we're making it make a lot more sense to use it as this tool to automate a lot of stuff. So it's more in the world of UiPath, if you're familiar with that. That's the automation tool that companies pay for, and it's worth $40 billion, and it's archaic. It's
So
really, really hard
would
to
this be a
use.
replacement for that?
Yes.
Well, great, you can just
And
say
this
that.
brings this down to a any human level.
Mhm.
UiPath is something you need to learn and train on. That's in the classification of RPA tools. So this is a natural language RPA tool,
What is RPA?
robotic process automation.
Okay, let me try this one then. It will keep doing its steps. So I've asked it to like search a person and then follow him. It typed the name in the search box. So it's doing like one action at a time. It correctly identified which element it should act upon among all those elements that are present on the screen. Yeah, then next step it do that need to click on the real Elon Musk button. All right, it scrolled also for some reason since there is no visible button, so I should scroll. So maybe there was that the page that had not loaded, so it scrolled down. Then it clicked on the follow button. And since it has done all the steps, so it should correctly identify that it should stop itself now. Yeah, so it said, as I have already followed Elon Musk, the task is completed. So that was
That's
our
very
multi.
cool.
And so the super, super cool part of this is with what we sent out on Shruti, I'm going to take over the screen.
All right, sure.
The future that we see coming that coalesces that vision to a really, really big scale is what Siri and these different applications should have been or could have been, which is with Overdrive. And so this was the one that I just sent out a week ago. And let me go pull that back showing. Overdrive. You'll see some people are submitting these voice tools. And so what the voice tool is did I show you the tab demo, or I told you about tab?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me show you that real quick. Fruity and Swap, this might be cool for you guys to see. I mean, SwapNo's been helping us with overseeing the applicants that submit. So this went pretty viral on Twitter, 650,000. So this is a microphone inside of the necklace that always listens Now it's a second brain that's trained as his personal assistant on everything that he talks about.
Mhm.
So it's really up to asking it about how to demo his company. And now since it knows all about the company from all his prior conversations, it's able to bring it up, similar to how we showed the trained data for specifically Workplate.
Mhm.
And so what this is doing is training data of all of your life, testing everything.
Mhm.
And this is super smart, and people loved this so much that he sold out of a pre-order. And guess how much each of these costed?
You told me it was some crazy amount.
Yeah, $600.
Right, like, okay, and yes. And
And what's so funny is that I had messaged him when he first told me about it way long ago. And I was like, yo, you're so correct. And I thought him playing around with the hardware was like, it is a really good pitching component. It's
Yeah.
cool to have a tangible
sure,
AI
yes.
thing
Mhm.
rather than some app. But I said you should start utilizing a phone rather than needing to do or buy a second thing. And this was at the time I thought you would need to like put this phone around a necklace.
Mhm.
So I said, or put it in a shirt pocket,
Right,
because I also believed that I have to hold my phone up for it
yes,
to listen to
I
me.
would think that.
But then I tried this is actually an idea. It was in my pocket. I am at a noisy event,
Hmm.
and it captured what
What the speaker said?
the person in my group was
I
talking
see,
about.
uh-huh.
So
I
it knows
can
what I'm saying, and it perfectly got only my local area,
Mhm.
the same way my ears were
It's
capturing it
impressive,
well.
impressive.
And so that made me realize, oh, I can just do it from my phone. And someone else even eventually replied to one of his tweets,
Uh-huh,
could you just use your phone? And he said, you're gonna hold your phone up to people all day? So he simply doesn't realize
right.
that this feasibility is there. It's a total
He's never
gap.
tried it, huh?
Right.
Or maybe he has a bad phone.
He has a newer phone than me, actually. So it's clear to me if people are willing to pre-order this thing in scale, and this is so interesting, and it really is. I'm finding so much value from using my GPT widget and then recording stuff, and then at the end of it, I will say, turn this into a poem and turn this into an image. And so being able to record like your dinner conversation and then get a poem
Turn-
summary.
Turn
or
this
image.
into a Twitter post.
Yeah.
A blog post, this, that, the other
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And so then the biggest part of making it super, super magical is what Shruti just presented us, is being able to control your actual browser back at home and say, oh, good to meet you. What's your Twitter? And then they say, my @ is Swapnil Sharma. Cool. Ova, follow him.
So you do it all with voice.
Yeah. Or say it's in my pocket after you had asked me and with the
Yeah,
conversation.
put it in my contacts.
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter.
Hey,
send him
let's
my
do a
bio.
meeting. Let's
send
do a
him the
meeting
deck,
tomorrow.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and just life is
So
pushing towards a more seamless experience.
you don't even have to get the phone out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a good vision. I
think-
can see it's getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why we're actioning on Overdrive so quickly is because it seems like if I can do his exact demo, I can recreate this demo, then I'm gonna go on some stage somewhere and show it off, maybe with that extra cool feature. So I make a cooler demo, and I say, go download it. It's free on the App Store,
Wow.
rather
Yeah.
than go pay $600.
Yeah.
So go
If
try
you want
this
a
today.
necklace, you can pay the 600. You can still
Yeah.
get the necklace, but if you don't want to pay the 600, you can get it for free on the App
Yeah.
Store.
And so Swapnil, that's where we had a ton of people start then to learn how to make a conversational AI assistant, which is always ready, and how is it storing the memory. If you see some good people in that chat, or maybe you should offer to give them your conversational AI component, and if they'll focus on the memory. But I don't want to split you up, and I also don't want to restrict all the Javathon people too much. So maybe we should wait a little bit, but you understand fully what I'm looking towards, and I want your help in reviewing all the submissions. I think you've already been doing that, right? That was you shook your head as like a yes, right? Sorry. Swap.
Yeah. Yes.
I was saying, have you
Actually,
already
yeah.
reviewing all the submissions of Overdrive?
Yeah, I have been reviewing all the submissions, and even like there are quite many like students who are like messaging me directly and messaging in the groups. So they are quite around 4 to 5 like students, people who have been like building a quite interesting demo, and they are in the right track. They are like not reached to the like goal yet, but they are moving in the right track, and maybe like a day or two they might come even closer. So yeah, and I am also like looking over the intern Shala submissions. So yeah, there's some like cool submissions.
Awesome. Yeah, I think similar thing that happened between us. I did a Javathon at a smaller scale to find Swapnil for the meeting AI. And what you did was, I wasn't fully happy with what you submitted, and we went far past the deadline. And I sort of just had you continue to prove to me that you could update it and learn and continue to exercise. And eventually I was like, okay, this is good enough. And clearly you have the chops in order to build and ship quickly. And so there's a lot more hands-on approach that I did than with like the neighborhood team,
Sure,
for
sure.
example.
No, I'm sure it works much better the more time you have to put into it.
Mm-hmm. And swap, that's all I'll tell you, is to tell them, well, we'll essentially take all these finalists if no one's perfect. And really, it's the first one to build something that I can demo is the team which we'll pick, or person we'll pick, you know? Then we can decide based on the other people if they're worth like collaborating together, if we need them. But in general, once we get this application, one person did do really, really good branding in there. Did you see that one? Like, they didn't really build the application out, but they had really good branding.
Yeah, with that like sphere animation. Yes, right.
Yeah. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I mean, it might, that looks sort of like Siri. I don't know if it's too close to Siri. Oh, this is an app someone submitted. Which I really like this intro page. It actually works. It's not just a UI UX. I mean, there's no audio on the demo, and I wonder how the long-term memory is. Wait, and they even implemented
Image.
Interesting.
Actually, some of them use screen recorder, but they like forgot to like tweak its settings. So screen recorder didn't capture like sound from the microphone or system sound. So
Right.
actually there is sound, but screen recorder been captured.
Oh, there's a summary of the chat.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so this looks really good. The only question is how long-term the memory is. Like if I spoke for past 5 days. But it's looking pretty good. Yeah, so this one I went really ham with the amount of applicants and job posts and follow-up. So I
Mhm.
devised a new total system. I've been learning more about the system over time of what works great to find people like Shruti and Swapnil who are just dedicated and always making good improvements. Very happy with you guys, by the way, and appreciate you being on the call.
I have to go in the kitchen, but
Okay.
this has been great, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we can
Great.
all hop off now and you guys can continue doing whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. There's one more thing like I want to show. Can I?
Yes. You can show me. Christine's got to go.
Yeah, sure. So, Emily, you still here?
Mm-hmm. Let me think.
So yeah, there's the part. Actually, there's one limitation I just observed since Emily was capturing everything and this meeting had been like for quite a long time. There's a limitation in like GPT that there's a word limit, like how much words it can
I
like store in
understand
its
that you would
memory.
like to ask a question about WorkPleet's voice capabilities. We are using
Hmm. So like this, it say in GPT-3 there's 4,000 token limit. In GPT-4 there's 7,000 token limit. Up until their 4,000 token limit wasn't reached, it was capturing and memorizing everything. But as soon as 4,000 token limit reached, it stopped listening and processing further.
Right.
So it just came into my focus. So I will work upon it too. But
Cool.
the thing I had to show was like uh, when we say stop, it will stop speaking, but it will like keep capturing everything. And when we say Emily again, it will start communicating back like she was communicating before. So that's another feature I added recently.
Awesome.
Yeah, and please do check like my last messages on WhatsApp regarding like cloud deployment stuff. There is some like challenge which might make it impossible to deploy on AWS cloud.
Okay, I'll check that. What about Microsoft Azure?
Yeah, it will like be practically near to impossible to deploy in any cloud VM. So we might need to set up our own manual server, like a separate system, which we could configure and which stays always on. Because those servers, those computers doesn't have any audio device.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
why.
sure that like Read AI, Otter AI, that they all use AWS. There's got to be a way.
Actually, they I can also make like conversation. I can like send audio and everything to the cloud VMs. But the point is, if we want to like this bot has to start online meetings. So it will start the online meetings in cloud VM. And if it starts the online Google Meets, for example, in cloud VM, then that particular meet has to access mic and speaker. But that particular machine doesn't have mic and speaker. So that's like challenge there. I tried setting virtualizing microphone and speakers, but there's also some restrictions in VMs which I'm configuring out. Like if I get some lead there.
Okay. Yeah, let me know. Um, Search the internet, there's got to be a way to do it without buying our own computers, because I guarantee these companies haven't purchased like a bunch of
Yeah.
laptops. They're like I'm using Read AI right now. They're probably on, I don't know how many people's calls right now. They're probably running thousands of them. I don't think they got thousands of laptops running.
Definitely will look into it and yeah, try my best.
Awesome. I understand there's difficulty, so I'm sure you're going to figure it out. You always do.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm excited to have it making good progress. Always good to see. Have we joined it? I mean, have we joined some meetings?
No, like no one is showing up in the meet. Either they cancel or they doesn't respond or they like don't join. Some
Gotcha.
reply and then some reply negatively. So
Are you sending a message out to every person?
no. If they like,
Cool.
if they ask me to like give them some input, then only like that person asked me to like respond, so I had to respond.
Sure.
And I have one meeting scheduled though on 23rd. I don't remember the name, but she said she apologized she couldn't join the previous meeting, and she asked me to like reschedule, and she will definitely join. So it's scheduled on 23rd. So I'm expecting like that meet will go as expected.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
yeah. Thanks.
Love you. Bye.